Yeah, yeah, I'm living my best life. Made a couple M's, you know. Said I'm living my best life. Said I'm living my best life.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Random Opinions Reaction Reviews. If you don't know who I am by now, you gotta get with the program. Today I'm coming to do a review on the episode that aired on General Hospital. Today's date is August 21st. So before we get into that, let's go ahead and get into the latest episodes that I did not do a review on. You guys know I like to do quick little wrap up of the episodes I've missed when I missed them. I wanted to do key points on things that happened on the episode of the 19th. Sam giving Julian a chance. He asked for a chance, he pleaded, and she decided to go ahead, let him be in her life, let him be a part of her children's life before he leaves. You know, I'm like, yes, finally, Sam. You know, everybody can't be a martyr. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be like Jason, you know, because they're not going to get the same respect that you give Jason. But I'm just happy that she allowed herself to let her guard down and at least chill and hang with her dad before he leaves. Another thing, I've always said this. I love the way that Liz and Hayden have bonded as sisters, and I just can't wait till freaking Nicholas comes back and he finds out that Liz and Hayden are sisters. That is going to be an episode. Like, I'm going to freak out. I cannot wait for that to happen. You guys, who the heck is coming for Alexis? Now, remember, Shiloh called and was like, hey, I got some information on Alexis. And we seen somebody looking at an old news cover with Alexis on there about the hit and run that she did to Kieffer Bauer. And it would seem like it was some lady hands. So, you know what I'm thinking, you guys? I'm thinking the only person that makes sense is Kieffers' mother. Now, remember, Kieffer's father went through and shot up a lot of people in General Hospital before he was killed, you know. And I think we only seen his mother a couple times, but we never figured out what happened to her after, or at least I never recall that happening. So I'm thinking that Kieffer Bauer's mother is coming for revenge. Or else I don't know who it could be, but you guys let me know if you agree with me on that or what you think it is. Also, Constance, you guys, Miss Constance, she came and she had her little poise. She kills it all the time. Like, I wish that the writers would do that Cassadine power or whatever they used to do and bring freaking Hellena back to life, because we need Hellena again. That's all I'm gonna say about that. The episode from the 20th, Monica asking Kim to befriend Frankendrew. Like, she obviously was doing it so that she could learn about Drew's past life. But Kim is like, I can't do that. You know, she still has a thing for Drew, a torch for him. And if she does that, she's afraid that she's gonna fall back in love with this rendition of him. You know, it's not really him, that's Franco. So it would hurt a lot of people. It would hurt Elizabeth especially, and you know, that's her friend. So she's like, look, I can be his friend, but from a distance. I'm leaving Port Charles. Shiloh also talking to Frankendrew, letting him know, like, hey, how does it feel, da 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 da, like, oh, you had a son type stuff. And it's like, this man, like, whatever. That's all I'm saying about that. But you guys, the money was in Tex's wife's car. So, also another note that I want to bring up, Maxie as editor-in-chief. Yes. I think the writers have been listening to us, because Maxie definitely could run any magazine. You know, she pretty much built Crimson back again, revived it from the ground. Nina didn't know what she was doing. Nina's just the face of it. Maxie did all that. So if they decided to go this route and let Maxie start exploring entrepreneurship, I'm down for it. I'm tired of seeing Maxie with Peter. I'm just saying, she needs her own storyline and she needs something productive. Now let's get into today's episode, you guys. There's this man, I guess his name is Barry. He goes and he tells Jason, look, the money that from the deposit I was supposed to drop off to the bank is missing. And Dev did it. And Dev is like, I don't know what you're talking about. And Jason's like, tell the truth. You heard us talking. Look at that big pimple. Like, I just keep staring at it. And then I got another one here, you guys. That should tell you, stop drinking soda. Anyway, so I'm getting off track. So he blames Dev, and Dev is like, no, I didn't do it. Look, I overheard the conversation, but I would never steal from Sonny. This guy is like, look, he's been messing up. He's disorganized. He's made plenty of mistakes. It's time for him to get out this door. And Dev is like, look, Jason, you have to believe me. I would never steal from Sonny. This guy is just trying to get rid of me, you know. And Jason is like, I'm going to just let Sonny handle this. Sonny, he comes to the warehouse and they fill him in on the story. And the guy Barry is like, yeah, your cousin did da-da-da-da-da. And Sonny is like, okay, the only way we can see who's lying is if you search Dev. So Jason searches Dev and he doesn't find anything on him. And he's like, hold on, wait, check his jacket. So he goes and gets his jacket and there the money is, $7,000, right? And Dev is like, no, Sonny, like this guy, he planted that on me. Like that's not me. And Sonny is like, I know, Barry, it was $10,000. Where the rest of the money at? And Barry's like, I would never, you know, trying to defend himself. And Sonny is like, look, I already know. Look, you took the money and you thought that because this is my cousin, I wouldn't do anything to my cousin, so you would get off scot-free from stealing from me. You know what? I'm going to let you go ahead and take that $3,000. Here, take the additional $7,000 and use that as a severance package and get the heck up out of town, right? But then when he leaves, he tells Jason to send Barry a message. So we all know what that means. Like, Barry gonna be dead, okay? Because I was just thinking, like, dang, Sonny has come a long way, you know? But he Barry, you shouldn't have did that. Ava, she's at the Metro Court, you guys, drinking her sorrows away. Sonny comes up. He's like, hey, you do know that you're supposed to have Avery tomorrow, so don't let her see you drunk. And no, you know Sonny, he's throwing a bunch of threats around. I can take Avery away from you any day, especially with the whole Crimson article that a judge would agree with me. And it's like, I didn't care for this. Like, Ava is a bad biatch, okay? Let's just say that. She can take on Sonny. Like, why they're making her this weak damsel? Let's not do that. Yeah, so then he leaves. Chelsea shows up and she's like, Chelsea, look, Kiki reached out to me. I seen her in a dream. She was staring at me in the dress that she died in. I couldn't tell if she was staring with a look of love or what. And Chelsea's like, look, I don't know anything about that. It could have just been a dream. As far as I know, Kiki still doesn't want to reach out to you. Then Scotty shows up and then Chelsea's like, my sympathy's on the turmoil, I can't even say it, turmoil that you're experiencing. And Ava's like, I know, Scott. You don't want me to drink. You don't want me to do this. Stop talking to the psychic. I know. Scott is like, look here, no, I came to join you. Drinks on me. So then he fills Ava in on how Franco is no longer Franco. He's Drew. And Ava's like, oh, that's a gift for Franco. He doesn't have to carry along the burdens of being Franco in his past. Scott still wants his son back. Thank you, Scotty, for the drinks. And she dashes off, you know, leaving a broken-hearted Scott there. She always do that to Scott. Like, she is a horrible friend. We have scenes today between Trina and Cameron. Cameron wants to sell the car that Oscar left him. Trina's like, no, you can't do that. We've had so many good memories. And Cameron's like, no, this car is bad luck. Like, if I would have never had this car, I would have never got kidnapped. Look at what happened with us in Niagara Falls. Oscar had the seizure. On top of that, I ran into a serial killer. And Trina's like, hold on. Have you forgotten the moments that we sat in a room together and we talked? Like, it felt like in those moments that you wasn't just Jocelyn's friend, you was my friend too. So their friendship started to, you know, bloom in Niagara Falls. And he's like, yeah, I understand that, but I have to sell this car. So the person comes to buy the car, right? And right before he's about to hit that accept button, because you know how they can send funds via your cell phone now. I'm not into all that tech savviness, but he's about to hit accept, and then Drew shows up, and he's like, hold on, look, there's something in his car. And he goes in there, and he finds it. That brings me to the moment that he had with Elizabeth. So Elizabeth and Scotty are talking about bringing Franco back, and then Drew shows up and he's like, look, I know why Franco had my memories put onto him, and it was because Shiloh needed to know where the money was. And he tells Elizabeth the money is, that he believes the money was in Oscar's old car, because apparently when he seen the car, he was drawn to it. And so he was like, no, that was a bit of my memories coming back to me, and I sensed that this car was important. So because I thought that was kind of stupid how the writers would just, it was stupid to me, but I'm like, okay. And Trina's like, see, aren't you glad you didn't sell this car? And Cam is like, you know what, this car is pretty lucky. So he decides to keep his car. We have scenes today between Kim and frankendrew, and you know, frankendrew, he knows about Oscar. And he's like, why didn't you ever mention Oscar to me? Kim is like, look, Drew, me and Drew had a son, not me and you. And he's like, Kim, you know me. You know this is me. This may not be my body, but these are my memories. But she doesn't want to talk about Oscar, you know, because he wanted to know everything about Oscar's hobbies, what he wanted to be when he grew up. You know, he was a bit insensitive, but I get it. He's been gone for a long time. So he's catching up on life as he knows it. So he's like, you know what? You didn't tell me about my son. And she's like, you never took the chance to know. You never reached out to me. And he's like, hold on. I wrote you every day for 2 years. And I sent the letter to you. And I just thought you didn't want anything to do with me because you never replied. And she's like, no, I tried to reach out to you. I contacted such and such and such and such at the Navy. And they told me you were on this special assignment. I couldn't reach out to you. And so now we realize that Drew indeed really, really loved Kim. You know, it was just unfortunate how things played out, because he lets her know, if I had known that I had a son, I definitely would have, I would have moved hell and mountains to be around my son. But Kim, this is too hard for her. She cannot deal with this conversation because it's not really true. Those were really good scenes. I enjoy scenes with frankendrew. I'm loving this storyline, you guys. Seeing Roger Howarth play a different character other than Franco lets us know that Roger deserves to be on General Hospital. He just needs a different character. Frank Valentine, you need to get on your job and get Roger Howarth a new character. You can put him back with Liz. I don't care about that. I just need this guy to be a different character other than Franco. Because as you can see, viewers love him so much more with him playing somebody else. That's just what I've noticed. Maxie and Lulu tells her, look, the divorce that went through. Her and Dante are no longer together. She's still kind of sad. Max is like, look, you need to get out there, have fun, hit up the little sexy dude that you've been conversating with, Dustin. She looks through her phone, finds Dustin's number, and then Maxie decides to reach out to Dustin to set up, I guess, a little more, a date or something. We'll see. I'm excited for Dustin. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm so ready for Lulu to move on, other than talking about Dante every 15 seconds. We have scenes today with Peter and Shiloh. Shiloh telling Peter, look, I know more about your past than you know I know. And apparently Hellena was working with Peter. We already know this. I'm like, what are the writers doing? We've already been privy to this information. Why is this important? Why is it something that Peter doesn't want everybody else to know when everybody knows it? And, like, did this just go over my head, or am I just dumb? Like, I don't know why this is such a big deal when that's already been aired out. Peter denies it, and Shiloh, he's like, you don't have any proof. And Shiloh is like, look, I don't need no proof. He even brings up, like, Maxie and how she would feel if he was to bring this information up. And Peter's like, what do you want, man? And Shiloh is like, look, you need to help me get out of here. Why is, I don't know. I don't know why this is important. We already know this. How can you blackmail somebody with information that's already been aired out? Please fill me in on that. Chelsea meets with Liz, and she said, yes, Sibley's message when she told Elizabeth to hang on to Franco. Yes, it was about this memory transferring thing. And then she gives Elizabeth another message. Keep a firm grip on the ones you love no matter what. So I'm thinking that has to do with Kim. Because Kim is one more conversation in between dropping her panties. I'm just saying, like, I could be wrong, but yes, she knows she wants some frankendrew. She know it. Franco, well, Drew fills him in on how he did find the money, and Franco wants to dart off to Afghanistan to give the money to whoever it's supposed to go to, his superiors or something like that. And Drew is like, look, let me do it. Frank and Drew don't want to do that. He says there's nothing here holding me back. And then he sees Kim walking past and he was like, on second thought, yeah, you should go do that. So Drew decides to go ahead and go to Afghanistan. I'm guessing this is how they're going to write Billy Miller out. Either something's going to happen to him in Afghanistan, or when he comes back, it'll be a recast. So it's unfortunate to see him leaving. I'm deeply saddened by it. I don't care who's mad by me saying that. I was a Billy Miller fan. And on top of that, I am a J. Sam fan. You guys let me know what you thought about today's episode. What were your favorite highlights? You know what? While I'm here and I'm thinking about it, shout out to Jenny Fear. She asked me to give her a shout out shortly after her birthday. Her birthday was on August 9th. And I told her, girl, I'm going to give you a shout out. And I kept forgetting. Every time I did a video, I'm like, oh, I forgot to shout her out. Girl. Do you happen to be related to Sasha Fierce? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you later. Bye.
I finally made my mind, know that I can't go back broke. They saying that my time up, my back against the ropes. I hustle, got my grind, know that when I make the most. I had faith that